I just got three things to say. God bless our troops. God bless America. And gentlemen, start your engine!
So we want to thank you tonight for these mighty machines that you brought before us. Thank you for the Dodges and the Toyotas. Thank you for the Fords. And most of all, we thank you for Roush and Yates partnering to give us the power that we see before us tonight. Thank you for GM Performance Technology and the R07 engines. Thank you for Sunoco Racing Fuel and Goodyear tires that bring performance and power to the track. Lord, I want to thank you for my smoking hot wife tonight, Lisa. My two children, Eli and Emma, or as we like to call them, the little E's. Lord, I pray you bless the drivers and use them tonight. May they put on a performance worthy of this great track. In Jesus' name, boogity, 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 amen.
All right, welcome back everyone to RR After Dark, the official podcast of the iRacing League Racing Revolution. This podcast, as always, made possible by our wonderful sponsors, Chapman Environmental Services, Ultimate Siding and Gutters, Butt Kicker, and Simtrax Broadcasting. I am your host and driver of the number 14 Slurp Soda's Ford Mustang, Michael Bennett, and tonight we have a fuck ton of people. So, starting off first, we've got Justice Murphy, driver of the number 12 All About Bugs Chevy Camaro. Kevin Orlando Jr., driver of the number 27 Starry Ford Mustang. Robert Raiders making his monthly appearance, driver of the number 53 Chapman Environmental Services Ford Mustang, right on cue with the fucking wonderful camera. There's no way that's what you were just working on.
Jesus, dude.
Oh, that's... Hold on, we'll get to it. All right, Trevor Earhart, driver of the number 21 Black Rifle Coffee Company and Big O Foundation Chevy Camaro. Nick Alves, driver of the number 24 Coastal Financial Chevy Camaro. Oh, man. I am going to shit all over whatever you're doing over there, Rob.
Just love America, man.
I need the link to the store.
With the greatest race car drivers in the world, America.
That looks like some shit Jacob would wear.
Listen, I know you're a month short in this whole celebration, but I know why you're doing it. It's because of Le Mans, correct?
Sure.
Okay.
No, it's yeah. Oh man.
Rob's just being Rob.
There was
Hey, let me
a
just
link.
say this. Rob recently discovered that the V8 supercars were his least favorite cars.
That looks like something Jacob would wear.
Oh, 100%.
I
want to see the
100%.
shorts.
It is, yeah.
really
It's
quick.
Jacob's casual outfit.
Is that your kid's hat?
It's actually a hat that was gifted to me by Burger King about 3 days ago. They knew it was a special occasion.
Is that
They
supposed to
they
be a
sent the
Whopper?
hat.
Probably 'cause
It's
they knew
actually
you were a
it's got
special
melted
person.
cheese on it. You see that? It's got like
Oh,
melted
dude.
cheese on it.
Oh, no
yeah,
shit.
What?
Oh, what the hell?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of want one.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's
Okay.
great. No, it's great.
Did that come
I
in your
gave it to the
adult's Happy
kid.
Meal?
The moment it showed up, I gave it to the kid. But then I figured this was a special occasion, so I'd put on the best I got. So here we are.
Nice.
I want to thank you for your service. This is the best intro we've ever had.
I'm not a veteran, but I go to service for everybody every day.
Oh, I
You
love it.
can tell
Oh,
Rob
man.
eats at Burger King a lot. That's why you got the hat. Frequent flyer there.
It takes a lot of rewards points, Trevor, to get something this fucking cool.
You know, I'm glad our special guest was muted because he'd be laughing his ass off right now.
Oh,
too.
he can't wait.
I know. I can't wait till I
wait.
introduce him because I want him to come in and immediately shit on Rob. So,
Oh,
He
he's
will.
going
Today-
to.
Don't worry about it.
all right. Well, today we're going to introduce our special guest here in just a second. We are going to recap Gateway and how shitty that was, and then a preview next road race, Sonoma. Today we are not. Well, I guess technically he was. a driver of the league. Who knows? I don't know. But he is our very own, at this point in time, race control, Ted Wreckage. What's up, Teddy?
Guys, I just want to get this right out of the way.
Let's
I'm
do
a
it.
little worried about Rob and his
Okay.
finishes lately because now he has turned into a patriotic cross-dresser, borderline.
Here
I
it
love it. I love it. I love the Burger King hat. I love the patriotism. It's looking good on you, brother. You got to wear the tie next race.
Yeah,
It's all gonna turn
I
out.
might
Big
wear the
facts,
tie
dude.
next race.
I
All
think you
Sonoma
whole get up.
tie on the
Next-
whole time.
Also, action sentimental. That is an EOL penalty immediately.
Yeah, probably.
Gotta keep the
Probably.
sunglasses on too.
Oh yeah, you gotta have it all.
Yeah, how
Can't
bad is
see,
that
can't
vision?
see shit through them. Can't see it.
Maybe it'll help your driving.
Need the
That'll
blinders
probably
on,
help with
yeah.
Sonoma.
There
There
it
you
is.
Well, it'll shield him from your head sometimes.
Okay.
Facts.
Oh wait,
Look,
I
it's,
love
it's
it.
I
not that
know-
I
fucking
love it.
shiny.
I
Oh my
know-
god!
God. Sorry,
Whoa,
bro.
whoa.
I know
Whoa.
why Rob is going through this whole America, physique thing right
Why?
here. Because him and Alex, who's Canadian, had a nice battle yesterday, and he wants to say, "Fuck you to Alex, America, bitch."
Man, this I
Nailed it.
mean,
Do we
There's-
call that a
there's-
battle?
It
Like,
might be, yeah. It
there's
might
there's
think
multiple
there's
meanings. There's multiple meanings behind that. There's a couple reasons why I picked this tonight, but we'll get to that later.
that is a subliminal message for sure.
I
Shots
feel
fired.
like there's no better time than right now for you to tell us why the fuck you're wearing that.
oh man.
Canada and Australia, just neither one of them has shit on the U.S. You know?
Okay.
Damn.
Both
There
of
it
them.
is.
Oh,
There it
July
is.
4th's coming up, so I figure,
Gonna talk about all that, and you're gonna skip over D-Day? I mean, come on.
we
Gateway
don't
was a
have
solid
time for
race.
all of it.
That's all he's trying to say. Solid race.
Jesus.
Solid race.
Good race.
Well, let's get into our guest first, and then we'll get to all that and probably the most interesting podcast we're gonna have. Ted, so iRacing. How did you get into it? Did you do anything before? It seems like most of our guests that come on did a lot of NASCAR heat or something like that. What was your kind of journey to iRacing?
So I played the shitty titles of EA Sports, and it was around NASCAR 09. They did like a couple leagues back then, and I kept having this one guy nag me. His name was Joe Piccolella, I believe it was, Rob, our old friend.
You got it.
And he would not shut the fuck up about iRacing. So I was like,
Or anything else, really, for that matter.
or anything else. Yeah, pretty accurate. But so my first computer rig that I ever had was literally a pre-built $499 machine. I think it was like a Hewlett Packard. It was awful. In 2012, I went and bought it, and then I got like a Logitech G27, and first race was Daytona, and I got hooked ever since, just because it was nothing like we've ever had before. You know what I mean? We were dealing with all the problems of EA and just basically taking over that market because we had a great game of Dirt to Daytona, and there was nothing really that just matched up. So getting into iRacing, it was eye opening. It was just something that you wanted to do every day, especially as a kid.
Yeah, nice. Well, so how did you? So obviously, I think you just said something. I'm gonna take a guess here and say you knew Rob before. Yeah. So is that how you found your way into RR?
Yeah, I forget how Rob and I met. Was it hosted, buddy?
I believe so. Yeah, I think it was.
I think we were working together at Talladega, and then we just kept finding each other. I'm pretty sure because we were always drafting with each other and getting up towards the front. So I'm pretty sure that's how that started. But we, I can't remember the first league we were in. We were definitely in a league together, and then I don't know. I've just always liked racing with Rob, and I knew a lot of the people he surrounded himself with were pretty good racers. So I kind of wanted to be around that because you do so many hosted races, you could be leading, and you're just getting the shit knocked out of you. So I was getting sick of that. I wanted something like a little bit more concrete with points totals and everything like that. So kind of hooked up with Rob there to figure out what was going on, and got in a lead together. And a few years now, we did Racing Revolution there. I'm rusty as shit. I'm pretty much washed up now. No good anymore, but it was fun running with you guys. So, and I always keep coming back because I know you guys have something special, and I want to help you guys build that, even if it says race control. So
Yeah, speaking of that, yesterday, I mean, there wasn't, I don't know, I don't keep up with the Discord a lot, but I didn't hear an announcement or anything, and the next thing I know, boom, you're back you're in our race, you're doing race control now. So how did that come about, and how do you like your new role?
Rob and I were talking about it because just with my limited time, I can't really race and be competitive, so it's tough. Like keeping up with a lot of the guys that you guys have now, it's like you just have to practice, especially like I'm only on that once a week, and there's some guys that are just very good, like Rob. But I was always the guy that needed to practice and figure out what the setup does and everything. And just going for race control, I thought was the best idea. I've done it a lot for plenty of other leagues, and it was nice. I like being in control of everything to try and clean things up. And just basically abiding by the league's rules and making it fun for everybody, because iRacing can fuck up so much shit to where it'll really penalize somebody for where they don't need to be penalized, or vice versa. You know what I mean? So try to keep the fair slate on and produce good racing, because there's a lot of leagues out there that are just shit shows, and I don't see this league ever being that way, and it's just going to be even better with race control.
Nice,
Ted,
nice.
I do want to say real quick that speaking all these nice things about me while I'm dressed like this is really ruining your credibility, probably as race control for the whole league. So I might just cut that one out.
I mean, I got to make you feel good and look good,
I
buddy.
appreciate it. I appreciate it.
I can tell you, like, my team chat was popping last night about when you were there, because obviously you left not too long after the stage break, but yeah, it was just like you were tighten up the back of the field, and I was like, fuck yeah, like, you get on them, because when you get back there, and I know Rob's not back there very often, but him and Nick got to learn it at Charlotte about how hard it was when you're back there and people are 3 car lengths off each other coming to the freaking green.
Yeah, it's just I want to make it fair for everybody. So I was discussing with Rob a couple things that I'll talk to you guys about eventually here, because I mean it's your league, so I want you guys to do what you want to do. But I just have suggestions from other things that I've done with race control that will hopefully help the product. So just with the experience, it's just I feel like it's probably nice that you guys do have a race control. I understand you guys lost your other one. Granted, I'll be here two or three out of the 4 weeks you guys have, so at least that's something. But I think mainly we're setting, I feel like with me coming in, it's going to set up for season 4. So season 4 is just absolutely seamless. Because yesterday I could only be there for the stage, and I have to button map all my shit again. So because I'm using a different program, so it was giving me a couple hiccups yesterday, to where usually I could just sit there, key up, and do something. But there was a couple times where Nick was like, black flag, come on, black flag. And I'm sitting there pressing the button and it wasn't going through. So I had to manually
I
do
right
it.
clicked my own name. I was like, I'm fucking
Yeah.
pressing my own black flag.
Yeah. Because
Kevin.
How does that work out, Kevin, when you do that?
Most of the time it works out fine.
Because mainly
Just
everything
when
that
you
was
win.
happening was right when we were doing the choose. So I have to control Z, because I do the blimp cam so I can see the whole track and see where accidents are happening. So I can be like, hey, somebody spun, and give people a heads up, because I've been noticing a lot that people just are ARCA braking or just full throttling. And because either they don't know that somebody spun or an accident's happening, or they just are negligent of the caution. So hopefully by me doing that and telling them even after everybody passes, like, hey, that car is still down low, still slow on the front stretch and anything like that, hopefully it's going to remedy people's races getting ruined. Like yesterday, Trevor Keith unfortunately got put into the wall or spun out or something like that. But Jeff Israel had no chance to see him because the A post, apparently. So if I were there, that probably would have been more beneficial for Jeff and Trevor. So
Awesome. Well, so I guess this next one I'm going to ask you is for two part. So one, since we've implemented the choose cone, how do you have you ran with us since we've implemented the choose cone?
Yeah, I got a choose cone violation.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
That may have been the catalyst for the second greatest Discord event of the season so far.
Yeah, I was complete dipshit and had no ground to stand on. I'm pretty sure I was just in a bad mood that day because I was at work too. So
it's cool to see you come around.
I don't admit that I lose arguments, but my whole argument, I looked at it and I'm like, wow, I sounded like a total dumbass and jackass. So we got over that though. But yeah, that's from me getting a choose cone violation. And I'm pretty sure that was right when I was bitching at whoever the hell I was for coming off a 3 there. He was down on the apron. Couldn't see him on my A post. Yeah, and he
Richmond.
merged into me.
I forgot who that was.
Yeah, so it ruined that race, and I was already pissed. So, but either way, I'm in a better place to be race control because I've lost that competitive edge. So I feel like I'm right where I need to be right now with my time.
Well, how do you like the choose cone as a driver? Let's do that, and then I want to look at it as for being race control. That's obviously some extra work for you. So give us that perspective too.
So as a driver, I think it's great because like you look at, Nick and Kevin yesterday, they had to choose where they needed to be to try and win that bracket, and it actually made that part of the race pretty exciting because you just didn't know what was going to happen. Because sometimes that top lane would get going, sometimes the bottom would, and so it was basically just figuring out, which one of these guys chose
Caleb
right.
would just park it sideways in front of both lanes. That's fine.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, there's
Well,
some of the restarts are crazy, but
another part of that, when you bring up Caleb, it's worth mentioning. That whole thing happened because the first 3 guys took the outside. He came from 4th to the front row on that restart.
I may or may not have had some choice words for Kevin in my team chat.
Oh God.
I think we all do most days.
Everybody always has choice words for Kevin. He's like the Ryan Newman.
When Blake followed
Love
me
you,
high, my exact thought was Kevin's gonna go low, Caleb be behind him, because I already knew I'm like Caleb's gonna send it. If he gets on the front row, he's on freshies. He's the only guy I felt like.
Oh, we were hyping him up. You got him.
Yeah. I was like, oof. And so then Kevin chooses third in the outside line. I'm like, and Kevin goes, "This is the choose, and this is why I like it." And I'm like, you fucked yourself here if Nick beat you, because you could have had the front row.
But that's the
Yeah,
thing
it just hadn't been
Yeah.
getting good starts on the bottom, and I was just like, you know what? I gotta try something.
It didn't get a good start on that one either on the bottom.
No, nothing worked. Nothing worked. Didn't matter where I was. I just needed to be in front of Nick.
Just as a driver, it lets you choose your own destiny or make your own destiny, which is nice because there's some tracks that are just either top line dependent or bottom line dependent. And if you can kind of negate that as a driver, when you've earned that position all race to be up there and choose, like, why not? As race control, yesterday, which I have some suggestions for this because I do have to change my camera angle. I noticed I was getting a lot of the penalty calls to make the penalty adjustments right when we were coming to the choose, and everybody's already going to the choose, so I have to focus on that. And when I'm in that control Z, I cannot do anything else or I'll lose that camera angle. So I got to make adjustments for that too. I know we were limited on time. We kind of just decided that, hey, I'll do the first stage. So, but going forward, I'm going to set up 2 alternate camera angles so I could just switch back and forth instead of control Zing. That way it'll be seamless that I could do the penalties at the same time and make sure everybody's not hitting that cone. So it's honestly not too bad as a race control to take care of. The only time it gets crazy is when the cars that have wrecked are pitting on that closed pit when the pits are closed to fix their damage, because then you're sitting there waiting for them to catch up and wondering if any of them have black flags or anything while you're trying to do everything else. But other than that, I think it's a great addition to the league.
I wonder how long it's going to take for them to just put the fucking cone on every track.
Yeah,
they definitely need to paint it for sure.
Simple visual upgrade, man.
It'll be here as quick as rain.
They just need to build it into the sim. I actually sent them an email a couple of days ago asking what the hell, and I got back, as you would expect, a generic. We really appreciate that you gave us this suggestion. Make sure you send in more if you want to in the future.
Yeah, it'll be soon.
With no answer. Yeah, soon. So like 27, I think, probably.
Maybe
sometime
right after rain.
Yeah, sometime in 2030 we'll have the choose cone.
Yeah.
NASCAR will get rid of the choose cone and then we'll get it.
Watching on Twitch and YouTube, really no other leagues doing that. And I noticed in the comments of YouTube people watching, they say they love that you guys do that. So, I mean, that's a bonus for you guys.
Yeah, I'm glad we've been able to make it work.
I cannot wait to see what you see in the YouTube chat in the coming weeks.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I'm sure it'll be limited. Don't you worry.
Patrick has been warned.
Well, let's jump right into
Patrick's DMs.
The only
Dude,
problem is I can't penalize them now.
Damn.
That's okay. That's okay. I believe he's penalized himself enough, and he will continue. Do we want to jump right into 99 reasons why I love this league?
You may as well jump straight into that, and then we'll get to
Fuck
the
yeah,
race.
Conning's gone.
There
Let's
it is.
go.
How many
Bennett,
hours ago did you come up with that one?
Me? Off the
Yeah.
dome, right here.
Oh, okay.
Bennett, I don't
That's
think
why
you
I'm your
know
host,
this.
buddy.
I don't think you
What?
know this
No.
because you missed all of the
I
Discord
definitely
chat.
did. It
Okay,
pissed
so
me
you missed
off.
this. So, out of all the admins, we had a poll out there. It was like a giveaway poll or whatever, and out of all 6 of us, we all entered the poll in admin chat to see
Five. I
Five.
can
five.
see it
I
Oh,
was- I was
five.
yeah,
Sorry,
Nick had a better
five.
chance of winning.
So
Oh,
all
yeah,
5 of
Kevin.
us, besides Kevin, we put our names in a poll to see who was gonna be able to kick Kynan, and I won.
I'm more worried about the fact that Nick won both polls. We're not going to talk about the
The other one.
but he
Well-
won the second poll. I'm just going to say tell
He
you
was
that much.
sitting on both
I'd give
polls,
six.
if you will.
I would have paid you for me to be able to do it.
Hey, listen,
How
much? That's
I,
where you fucked
I
up.
thought
We can bring him
when
back.
Rob,
Money,
Yeah.
right?
I was
Yeah.
about to say, I'll send
No,
him an invite.
it's over now.
when
It's over.
Rob said who's going to get the honor of kicking him, I'm like, well, fuck, I'll do it if nobody else wants to do it. And he goes, no, this is a good thing. We're trying to figure out who gets that honor. I was like, damn it, I wanted it to be me.
It's the best decision you guys have made as an admin team. It's a little late, like I said before the podcast, but I'm fucking super happy that he is gone. There are going to
Yeah,
be less cautions,
just-
and guys,
Like,
Disclaimer,
full
business.
dis- full
Nothing personal
disclaimer.
against the guy.
Right.
Business.
fuck
Yeah.
it, it was personal.
Like
Fuck
you're
him.
a very nice guy, but like with how this league's going and growing, and you
Hope
can't
he
have
watches.
a constant
Issue.
mess up or issue
Mm.
with because it affects the broadcast. It really does. So
You
just
can't get a
going forward,
warning.
and that's for anybody. Anybody's susceptible to being that way. So it's just this league allows people in, and it's a great thing. You're in a great place. You're going to get good competition. But if you start really messing with the foundation of it, yeah, there's going to be times where admins have to make calls, and it's not a personal attack against you. It's just you got to do what's best for the league because you guys are spending money to broadcast this. You guys got sponsors, that you don't want people tuning out. you want to get your return on investment for the everybody around. So
Well, you can't get a warning, like a stern warning from us,
and
and
completely
then turn around and do the same thing the following week, and then blow up in the Discord saying something that got somebody suspended earlier in the season.
whether
What's
you
up?
cause an accident or not, like he did run well yesterday for Conan standards, and
He ran very well.
I think he ran
Yeah,
well for anybody's
great race.
standards. Yeah,
and I think
it was.
that to your credit, guys, the probation obviously worked. It made him check, mind his P's and Q's.
It
I
made
think
him
that's a
drive
good
better,
thing
but
That's
it
the-
didn't make him shut
Well, that's
up.
the problem, though. It only makes him drive better for one race, maybe
Yeah,
two, and
I
then
agree
he's
with
back to his normal shit. Does somebody, do one of you admins, do one of you guys want to elaborate on what Trevor just talked about, or Trevor, do maybe you even want to go into it, the penalty or the like the actual ruling, what was said, he went and broke it, and then that's why he got let go.
I can as the penalties guy. So
Right.
yeah, basically last week, we got tired of seeing him in the YouTube chat. I mean, you got, like we said, we prepped everybody. We have prospective sponsors for next season that are trying to pay good money to be on here watching these broadcasts. Going, do you really have a driver driving and being in the chat? And it's just not a good look, right? We've got league members going, he's driving, and then he's the butt of Patrick's jokes in there because he's driving and talking at the same time. So we put it out there. You get a warning. This is the one only final. This is the warning. The next step is a guaranteed one race suspension. We also left it open-ended for further action if deemed necessary. So when we got caught last night, which my teammate Wayne was out of the race, he literally screenshot it, sent it to me before I was ever out of the car.
I had it notated. I saw it. Too.
Yeah, he sent it straight to me and goes, "This is not good." And I was like, "Nope." And so we went in admin chat last night and we said, "Hey, let's table it. We'll discuss what the step is in the morning." We got together this morning, decided on 2 race suspension. So we upped it from the guaranteed 1 to 2 races, moved him up a rung on the probation ladder. When that was announced, he did what he always does: go straight into a chat channel, started going off, and guess what? Then the community, which I said in admin chat, I said the admins probably aren't going to have to pipe up. The community's probably going to take care of it. And next thing you know, here's Matt Robinson all over him, as we would have expected. And then he just went off a deep end.
Love those guys over at Performance.
Yeah, I won't repeat what his comment was, but there was a driver that got a 3-race comms ban for using the same word. There was also a driver that used that word at Martinsville and got sensitivity training. So we then immediately went to, we're going to get him out of here. I don't think Trevor or Grant even got a vote at that point. It was pretty much me, Rob, Nick, and Kevin said he's going. No ifs, ands, or buts. Then we see Grant do what Grant does with the Ultimate Survivor gift there. But yeah, just had to get rid of him. It was time to get rid of the cancer, and took him out. And I know we were all like super acting happy just a minute ago, but the admin team didn't just willy-nilly that decision. That's one of those things. It took us 43 races to get to that point, as Rob pointed out earlier, and that's a big deal when you go that long without having to do it. But he kind of left us no option. Backed us in a corner, painted himself in a corner, and it was just easier to move on. We've got a reputation we got to keep up, man, and so good to get him out of here for the sake of the racing. But hate that we had to do it, but it's just one of those things.
It sucks to see anybody go just because, you know, he has been here for so long, and you hate to see somebody not be able to turn it around and fix, especially on how quick that happened. Like literally last Thursday or Friday, and now 4 days later, 5 days later, he's doing the same thing.
I think he was in chat. I mean, he's been in the YouTube chat multiple times. Yeah, I
he's
know
also been in
Darlington
Rex multiple times, so that's
Yep.
the factors. Like,
I think that's the
if you're not
problem.
such a constant, yeah, like he's just when you're a constant in, like, if you're producing 1 or 2 cautions a race, which statistically I'm minus Gateway, I think he's been involved in something, whether it's his fault or not.
Well,
And
I mean, really, what it comes down to is, you know, Kynan's been here for a while, and he's been the butt of jokes in some places, sometimes fair, sometimes not. And he's always kept a little chip on his shoulder. I understand why, but you know, at the end of the day, you can't be in 5 wrecks in Charlotte and in the chat all day, the whole time. You can say all that you want, that, you know, you're not distracted. Oh, I'm just riding in line 3/10 behind because of the dirty air. You can say all those things, but you know, I'm not there. I'm not there watching Kynan do it. All I know is we have a liability on a weekly basis, and meanwhile, this is happening on a weekly basis, and it became time to take action both on the stuff that was happening on track as well as the stuff off track, and which could have easily been related. I don't know. I mean, he wasn't in the YouTube chat all day yesterday and had the best race he's had in ages on the track
until the very end. Like he was 3 laps away from being good.
Right about the time he hit the chat, it all went to shit. So I mean, I don't know.
Whether you're pacing or not, and literally any other league that you do that in, if you're a constant factor, negatively, or you guys gave him a huge leash, and that speaks something about the league. Like, you guys want to keep people involved and everything like that. You're giving them chances, but now with this president, I think it's gonna set up going forward too, because we have unfortunately had a good amount of cautions, whether it's racing and incidents or not, of people just putting their cars in very poor placement, which, okay, you guys have raced with me. I'm aggressive as hell, but I'm going to try to make sure that if I go into that corner, I'm going to do everything I can, knowing that I made a stupid move, but usually doesn't work 90% of the time, to try and keep it off you. If you obviously, there's been times where I've done stupid shit, so it has bit me. I've been the Ross Chastain on a couple times, but it's just, there's a lot of people that have a skill level, and they sometimes jump over that skill level because of what the car gives you guys. Because you guys have to dive it in. You guys have to do all that stuff thinking that, that's going to be beneficial, but all it's doing is really hurting you in the end. So, and that's just a couple people, and it's on a random basis. I'm not calling anybody out, and that's in every league. It's just what this next gen car produces. But I think the president forward with this banning essentially is a very good thing. Just because it's going to keep people on their heels and make them second guess stupid moves.
Yeah, like we don't set out as an admin group to drop the ban hammer. Like that's the
Mhm.
last thing we want to do,
Right.
and it's a very very serious conversation when we all sit down and have it.
It's been 3 seasons. That
Yeah,
took
and
me to get to
that's
that
the
point, so.
first one. Yeah, we've had people leave for various reasons, but we've never straight up.
Some people that are
and
here.
come back.
Yeah,
Yeah, 3
yeah.
times. 3 times,
Boomerang.
guys.
But I think our worst penalties we've had. I think Ray's the 6 race suspension for an intentional wreck.
5 races. Yeah.
5, well,
No,
whatever.
5, yep.
My one race doesn't.
Just
Yeah,
put $100 prize on a race we had 3-4 weeks ago.
yeah.
And didn't get an
Same guy.
intentional wreck.
And didn't
Same
even
guy.
show up.
Who? Yeah, and yeah, I mean it just shows
Like-
what we have here. I mean, people don't normally
Yeah.
take them personally.
Well, and I mean, we got a huge endorsement earlier from like John Fike, right? The driver of the 09. He had the intent of not racing with us this season, right? He was so frustrated with last season, frustrated with a particular driver of the 12 car. And so he had no intention
Who drives the 12?
That's going to be Michael Bennett. Anyway, so
I'm the 14. They heard me at the beginning.
they heard who the
Gotta be
12
Ted.
is in. So
Probably
anyway,
Ted.
so the he had a problem, and then we had issues. We talked it through, and he abandoned the other league he was in to come back and race with us because the product was better and more efficient and all those things. So, I mean, this guy loves the league. We talked about it the other day, and so you want to fill it with people like that, right? I said earlier today I would rather put together a competitive environment and see some of these guys win as opposed to me winning, right? Just that's how it is. Rob said it. He'd rather not win the championship this year,
That's
right?
why I don't win any races anymore.
Yeah,
That's why.
yeah. I'm sure.
Yep.
Probably those
Hey,
fucking
and
glasses.
Fike had a great run last night. Like all credit to him. Like never heard a word out of him, and all of a sudden I think he finished 4th last night. Like
I saw Bennett's eye
Yeah, it
roll.
was really impressive.
He did.
I'm
He
wrong.
and Bennett had contact on like lap 10, but
After
Yeah,
Trevor
I-
slipped
a
up
lot
on
of
a
people had
restart, the whole
contact
field
on
was
lap
fighting
10.
for their fucking life already.
hey,
You
we're
can't be
not going to
mad
talk
with-
about that restart, okay?
Yeah,
No,
that's actually
no
what we're gonna
way.
talk. That's actually
The one that
exactly
took
what we're
out
gonna
half
talk
the
about.
field?
Yeah, what the
No.
hell
Hold
happened?
on. Does that say restart madness on the next bullet point? Trevor, do you want to take this
there
one?
there were multiple restart issues all night long. Rob
No,
had
no,
one.
there's one particular
Which one?
one.
There's one
There's
that
only-
stands
there's
out.
only-
Okay, so
there's only one that wrecked more than 2 cars.
lap 18 restart. All right,
Nick,
I'm
can we pull the
retorting-
picture up? I'm pretty sure that isn't there a picture of this?
The junkyard on the front.
Yep,
Nick's got it.
yep,
Nick's
yep,
got it.
yep.
Got it?
Thank you.
Okay,
Second
so-
year in a row, we've parked a bunch of cars on the front stretch.
I
Yeah,
couldn't
this is
figure
true.
out who the fucking lucky dog was because half the field was past the line, the field wasn't, and I had no idea. It would
So-
not tell me.
So this is what the 3rd race in a row now we've had a restart issue. I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
So okay, I was restarting second behind Caleb because I didn't want to take the inside line, so I took the outside line on the choose. And he kind of caught me off guard on when he went, and instead of rolling into the throttle, I flat-footed it and went to second, which is the worst thing you could do in this car. And was just all over the place. I saved it, and my intent was to try to stay in the middle of the track so everybody could split me, and not wreck the field. Unfortunately, though, in the process of me saving it, got in front of Nick, which checked him up, which checked up my teammate Parker, and then Kevin, nowhere to go. He's trying to get up through the gears, hits Parker. Parker hits Nick. Nick hits me. Somehow I still go straight. They spin into the top lane, kills the entire field. I mean, it was a parking lot on the front stretch.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give you this,
But
Trevor.
shit happens.
If you watch the broadcast back, it actually looks like it's less your fault than you would believe.
It
So
looks
when
like
we
it's
go to
Rob's
take
fault.
off,
Don't
no,
fucking say shit like
it
that.
probably starts with me because I get to Rob's bumper. Rob
Rob
then
hit
gets
Tay.
to Trevor's bumper.
No, it was Tay that
No,
was
Rob
behind
hit
him.
Tay.
Tay.
You don't learn
Then
from
Tay
Chase
gets
Elliott
into
not to
Rob.
admit anything. Don't
Yeah,
never
I mean,
admit,
I get it.
never admit
it
guilt.
was. I'm
It
just
was
telling
Rob's
you, if you
fault.
watch the broadcast, that's what it looks like. And I'm like, nah. I'm like, that's not a great picture because Trevor was already fucked off. Like, it
Yeah,
wasn't
at that
close.
point, like by the time Tay hit me, and by hit me, I mean I think he barely touched me. If
Barely
anything, I
touched
was
you.
already fucked. Like I was already
Mhm.
like sitting here doing this for my life, trying to go in a straight line.
I will say, looking at a lot of the wrecks yesterday, there was 3 where netcode was a possibility.
Hey, I was
I
in
think-
one of those.
Yeah, there was. I think Richardson was 3 wide, and Bennett. It looked like there was no contact, and it looked like it just sent Richardson, which Richardson took fault for it, and it's not Bennett's fault, but it definitely looked like netcode. So I think with every build, it always gets worse. It seems like so.
Well, I think after every major update, every major build update they do after week 13, the first like 2 weeks are just a shit show for netcode.
It is. They're like on the corners of the car, which is the worst fucking spot to be at.
Of
So.
course.
Well, and in everybody's defense, like Gateway in that car with that setup is not an easy thing to get around and navigate
Worst
around.
setup we've had all year.
Yeah.
By far.
Worst cart we've had all year too.
Like you go back to like Darlington, which is the toughest track. That was a good race. Like we had
the
great
easiest setup
racing.
we had.
Yeah, it was great racing all race long. You get to Gateway, which is a smaller Darlington, and it was an absolute shit show. I mean, that was almost as bad as Martinsville was our first season.
Well, Darlington, you're really racing the track, though, so that's a tough
Mm-hmm.
measure. You're not racing each other; you're racing the track and looking for mistakes. But I mean, Gateway, you kind of were too.
Yeah,
if
you're
you
racing
look
the
at
track
what-
because you can't pass anybody.
Yeah.
If you look at Gateway, though, I mean, if we look at last night, a lot of the wrecks we had were all coming out of turns where the cars are already light on the back wheels. They're pushing crazy. People are wearing tires differently. You know, we saw Berube getting back of Rob in the middle of the turn just because he had more momentum. You
Rob
know,
got
Got
loose.
into the back of me in the middle of the turn, did the same
I heard-
thing.
I heard Rob got loose.
Kevin, you're
Yeah.
the stats guy.
Yeah,
How many
Rob was
cautions did we have last season at Gateway?
it was probably
Pretty
just
sure you
that
guys had
many.
a lot.
We didn't
I
go
think you
Gateway
guys had
last
a lot.
season.
Yeah, yes, we did.
But yes, we did.
Then you
Yes,
guys
we- yes,
season.
we did.
Was it season? I thought
It
you
was
guys.
season 2. It was last season.
Yeah,
we
yeah,
went
did.
because
Ray
we
got-
had a
yeah.
tow truck meeting on the front straight.
But yeah, I mean, looking at it, so shortest race of the season, Bennett, I can get you back on track.
Yeah,
Shortest race of the
no,
season,
hey,
man.
that's okay, man. That's what we're here for. I love it when you guys run off because there's some of these podcasts where I'm like, oh shit, am I going too fast? I'm just moving through these fucking things. So yeah, shortest race of the season, it sucked. Some of us had a really bad
Only by
time.
short in
mileage.
mileage,
Oh,
not in time.
Hold
Yeah.
on. Let me look through. I think okay. So Justice had a good time. Kevin had a good time, and everyone else had a shit time.
I
I
had a
thought you
good
said
time
you
till
couldn't
about
see
2 to
out
go.
those
I think-
glasses.
I think John Fike had a good time, right? I think he had a good time.
Yeah,
Blake
he did
Cook had
have a
another
good
good
Better
time.
time than you did, anyway.
Notice-
Probably.
Noticing from above, that track paid to not be aggressive. Literally,
really
if you
did.
just
It
if
did.
you let
That's why
people
it
dive it
sucks.
in the corner, they were usually the ones wrecking. Like, because they were either coming down thinking, "Oh, I got a dime in this shit," and by then the right front's already fucked. So
Let me just
What?
say the best call that I made was the 2-tire call.
God damn
Because
it,
if
dude.
you were on the high line in 1 and 2 like I was at the end, it just hooked perfectly. That's the
It
best
did.
the car drove all night.
Didn't
It
work for
was.
Trevor.
Well, it didn't work
Actually-
for me because I got run over from Grant.
Actually, so
Yeah.
bringing up you and Grant's situation, actually, Justice not saying that he got lucky because of what you
He-
guys happened. He got a little
Caleb-
lucky because Caleb had a fucking run on the backstretch and
Mhm.
it was on the inside. And the caution came out perfectly for Justice to maintain the lead. And then the very next restart, Rob, can you fix your fucking hat? I can't take you seriously. Also,
You
Oh,
There you
that's
go,
why
Rob, I
you
like
can't
it.
take
There
it seriously.
is, the Flavor
That's-
Flav hat, baby.
That's why.
Justice did get that Kyle Larson caution that kept him towards the front
yeah.
there.
Yeah.
But no,
almost did
to,
it.
to his credit, he
But-
maintained the lead out of
Yeah.
the ensuing 4 restarts or whatever it was.
4
Well,
or 5,
it-
yeah. Every
you
time
gotta
we got
give
a
Caleb-
caution, it just reset the heat cycle on the tires. So
you got to give Caleb
by that
credit
time
too,
it was even.
Mhm.
because Caleb could have wiped him out. I mean, absolutely
Oh,
yard
yeah.
sailed him.
He-
I
in
gave him
turn
he
huge
almost-
one.
he almost
credit
took
to
out
So we're
the
giving
top
credit
4.
for not yard selling people.
Well, no, so
That's where we're giving credit up.
Caleb went into the corner,
I
locked
mean,
up the brakes. I don't know if he hit you or not, Justice, but he could have
Nope.
easily took you out. He could have took Kevin, Blake, and then
He
I
could
just
have
don't
Fight,
know
took
I
if
the
think
there's
he
entire
did
reason
top
too.
for him
five
to
out.
give credit.
He expected you to stay middle 100% because
did.
Yeah.
yeah, he 100% did. And when he realized you weren't, that's the nice thing about Caleb, because hell, even when I was driving back at Dover, I was trying to hang on for third, and it was 2 to go, and Caleb was on my ass. So I literally just chose either the top or the bottom and just using air to block him, and he was a really good sport about it because he could have been on a podium, and he cut me a huge break. So Caleb's just that type of driver. He knows he can win, and he knows when to be smart. So I kind of saw that coming right when he dove it in. I knew he wasn't really going to take you out. So because you've been used up quite a few times too. So
Caleb's one of the cleanest drivers we have in the league.
yeah,
I mean, there's a huge reason why I'm happy to have him on the team. He's fast, but Caleb doesn't necessarily get himself in a bunch of drama. I mean, everybody has their moments, I guess, but
he'll
Yeah,
return the favor in a very good way of like a bump and run, which
well, he's
I
on my
love that.
team. I mean,
Yeah.
you don't let shit go.
Yeah.
We don't allow that.
Yeah.
But yeah,
It- if you do him wrong, he'll let you know, but he doesn't do it in a malicious way, which is I highly respect that.
You
He's
mean
great,
like
great guy.
Fontana that one time?
I don't know what time that is, but
I had to pull that back from memory.
It took 10 a
I don't even
second.
remember what the hell happened, but I just remember going into turn 1 and I was like, that was a practice
You were
session.
you were in the wall. Yeah.
I don't even know what the hell happened.
I think you got
Anyway.
suspended, if I remember, right?
No, I got an EOL for the
I
race.
got an EOL for the race.
I don't even remember what happened. I think we raced hard in the 3 or something like that.
Yeah, we raced hard off of 4. We raced hard. You got into me, and I was frustrated with it, like the way it
Yeah.
happened. Yeah, and then I did a little worse than Chase
Full
Elliott.
throttle.
Barely. Yeah.
Full throttle, but it's all right. I deserve it every now and then. So, but yeah. So you guys had the field 75% of lap down. I missed that.
Ooh.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. So
Middle of
love
the
that you're
green
doing
flag
it.
pit
middle of
cycle.
green.
So
the only what happened was, I forgot. So a quick caution came out, and then me, Brandon, and a few other guys pitted, and we had like 3 or 4 extra laps on fuel than everybody else, and we restarted all the way in the back because of Trevor's issue on the restart before causing the big caution. Anyway, because of
No,
that.
that was when Shell wrecked under green
it
flags.
doesn't matter. It's your
No.
fault.
We
Go on,
we were
Nick.
back there because of damage because of you, and then
Oh.
we just kept coming back in to get the damage repaired. And
all
we
because
just
of
kept
you.
we kept
Yeah, you
fueling the car.
should have avoided
So
it.
anyway,
Anyway,
we
go ahead,
had
Nick.
5 extra laps of fuel in the tank. So me, Brandon, I think it was just me and him. Oh, and Schaefer. Schaefer stood out for as long as we could, and uh, funny enough, I had 1 lap left on fuel, and I was coming down to go into the pits, and then the caution comes out because Nick Shell spun it out of 4. So I ended up taking the access road and coming back up on the track, and then truth be told, there was like 4 guys on the lead lap at that time.
There was 7 on the lead lap because I was 8th and got the lucky dog.
Justice get the lucky dog, and everyone's had to get the wave around, and then me and Brandon and the other 5 guys on the lead lap came back down, got fresh tires, full tank of gas, and came back out when I think we were in the top 7 at that point, and then that just set us all up. So it was a lucky break for all of us, but it was I thought caution came out a lot sooner than that.
2 laps from being the worst break you could possibly get. Because it was
Yeah.
about, if it happens 2 laps later, y'all are 2 laps down and just completely fucked off.
Yeah, because if we end up coming in on a green flag, like we're gonna be at least 10, 15 seconds off you guys anyway if we cycle.
Well, I was
back
about
around.
to unlap myself in 8th. Like I was half a straightaway back from Brandon Dunford. So you got to think about whoever was running 4th basically would have assumed the lead, put you 1 lap down on pit entry and a 2nd lap down past in the pits. No, yeah, you ought to have been really fucked off.
Yeah, turn 2 seemed criminal a lot like yesterday. What was it doing to you guys? So I saw it tight. It was 3rd gear.
Third
It was
gear
tight
out
and
of
then
2.
it was loose at the same
so
time. It was awful.
That's that whole incident with Trevor and Grant. Grant slipped up. I don't remember what happened before, but you could tell he was tight. You heard tires squealing, and then all of a sudden that right rear broke loose. Which there's even during practice, I saw people just sliding constantly off turn 2, so I knew that was going to be the problem corner.
It was the normal thing with the next gen car, like your counter steering, trying to keep it off the wall, because it's so tight, and then the car catches the right rear tire and just shoots you left, and
Yeah.
nothing you could do about it at Gateway because the track's so abrasive and it's slick once you're out of the groove. It's got no rubber, so you're just along for the ride at that
You're
point.
gone, yeah.
There's actually
Kevin?
a bump out of 2 that I found that definitely helped kick that rear end out. Even if you had that turn freaking perfect, if you caught that bump just the right way, it didn't matter if you'd done the same thing 10 laps. If you caught it just the right way, it was sending you sideways no matter what. Could I tell you where it is? I have no clue, but I definitely hit it twice.
Well, nobody voted for you on the bracket challenge.
What's up with that?
Let's talk about that. Nick, you have been Mr. Consistent, Mr. 6th place. All right. Kevin, you did a great job.
Thank you.
That's probably the most disciplined I've seen you during a race.
I didn't hit anyone other than
Well, you got Rob initially. I don't know why.
I didn't wreck
He
him.
did?
Okay. I did hit Grant. I hit Grant and I slid
No,
into
you
Rob.
that's
ran
right,
Rob
yeah.
up into 3 and 4. Yeah.
That's
It
right.
wouldn't turn. It
That's
wouldn't
right.
turn.
No, I forgot about that because of I got fucking destroyed by Alex. But yeah, I forgot about that. I was pretty pissed off about that, and then I went and missed the corner like a lap later, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh.
You hit the wall that time without my help, so it's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah. Well, I don't think I hit it, but I mean, it was close.
But
Oh,
you did
he
exactly
almost
the
hit it.
reason I pushed you into the wall is
Exact same
exactly
thing.
why you went to the wall next lap.
Yeah, at that point, I stopped being mad about that. Yeah.
I'm glad
But
you weren't mad.
I do like that you guys do have the bracket challenge because that did give the viewers something. Like just me watching it work, it was cool. Obviously Nick and Kevin, you guys delivered. You guys were doing everything you could to make sure you guys finished in front of each other.
Yeah,
And
it was fun.
you guys weren't sitting there destroying each other. Like you guys did it clean, which I love that. So it's very nice to see.
Coming out of turn 2, Nick had a run on the top, and he was about to take that bitch 3 wide to the bottom. That was the whole. You could see it in the character of the car. Nick, walk me through it. What happened, buddy? Because you had it made.
Oh no.
Dude,
Bottom into 3.
I had the
You had it
best.
made.
I had the best restart all fucking night. I was literally on Kevin's ass like this. They were like, you could not see. There was that much gap between me and Kevin's bumper. And when we were coming into one, I'm like, do I ship him? And I realized, no, I'm not shipping him. Not that kind of guy. Ended up going high instead. Entered the corner high so I could get the run coming off the corner. And Kevin was low. Blake was on the outside of him. And we were coming off the corner. I knew I was having a big and massive run coming off the corner. But the problem was when I was coming off the corner, I knew I was going to be up against the wall. Blake was right in front of me. Blake was going slower than Kevin at that time. And I realized if I stayed where I was going to slam into the back of Blake, give him a bump that would kill my momentum from me being able to go on the inside of Kevin. So what I ended up doing is maybe 50 feet before corner exit, I was like, I got to get a little bit lower here because I knew I was going to hit Blake. As soon as I did that, I'm like, I saw it in the car, dude. I saw it. I saw me coming out. I saw me coming 3 wide off the corner. As soon as I got parallel with Kevin, right, I was about to cut under him. Car just hooked, and I just went right into the grass.
I saw
Turn
it
left
too,
and it
buddy.
just kept going.
Yep. And then I did the nice and graceful thing. I stood in the grass so everyone else could finish the last green, white, checkered. You know.
Here
and
he is
and
acting
then,
like he was fucking Mr.
Oh, I was
Yeah,
fucking
you should have
pissed,
heard
man.
the team
Dude,
chat.
I was fucking pissed. I was in
Team
the grass.
chat,
I'm like,
he
fuck
was
this.
hot.
I slammed right back into the wall. I fucking held
Everybody
the escape
comes
button.
on the fucking track. I fucking be the nice guy. Here I am. Fucking, it's fuck me. Dude, it was terrible.
I was so mad at myself, dude. I was. If you thought I was mad about the whole Trevor thing, I was 100 times madder at myself for what stupid
Nick
shit I
didn't
pulled.
talk to me in admin chat till like lap 100.
Yeah.
No, but the problem still wasn't fucking you. That's not. I mean, he fucking gave us all the solid. He gave us the silent treatment half the day today because he was pissed off by somebody running in a corner.
You know, Nick, the worst thing about iRacing is because you came off of 2 and got loose. The worst thing is you could do the same fucking thing within a 5-lap span of iRacing, and every lap feels different. It's like the tire. I think I know iRacing needs to do something about the tire. It's great that it starts on colds and it takes them a while to warm up, but I think it really hurts the racing, especially with this car. I think it would have been a lot better off because I'm sure you did not expect that at all whatsoever.
No. And then after watching the replay, I feel even worse because Grant, who was directly behind me, did the same exact thing in the corner of me, but instead of coming down because he had a guy to the inside, he slammed into the outside wall, and I think that cost him a top 5 because he lost all his momentum too. So he was just mirroring me as well.
Well, there was a second win, aside from the bracket, and one that took fucking forever, dude. I mean,
Are we still talking about
how-
Kynan or oh, I think you're
well,
going somewhere else with it. I'm sorry.
Oh, we can go back to that if you want. I would
No,
gladly
no,
not
yeah,
shout out.
We can keep
No,
a 3
fuck.
hour pod on that.
Yeah,
The horse
yeah,
is
no.
dead. Leave
Yeah.
it. Quit beating
I'm
it.
sorry. I'm sorry.
There's a lot of bad shit that horse did to us. I'm gonna keep fucking
That's
beating
true.
it, dude. All right. No, Justice finally got a dub. Congrats, man. Getting into victory lane, getting into the playoffs. It's about time, which it makes sense. Your favorite driver is Blaney. Took him 50 odd some fucking starts to finally get in. It felt like that long for you.
Yeah, it felt like a long ass time since Homestead. So yeah,
Oh, that's
old.
2 Mickey Mouse wins then, isn't it?
That was, I can't help that you two fucks don't know how to drive. So anyway,
Yeah, Trevor, how'd you
going
end up
into
last night?
Like 16.
Oh.
Broken.
Hey Trevor, how many wins do you
Uh,
have on the season?
2.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Going into Sonoma, like being picked probably as the favorite by most.
Okay.
Which
Nobody's picking you this
Trevor,
week.
shut the fuck up. Anyway, so
This ain't
yeah,
season
again,
one
I'm
anymore.
No, build this
I don't-
rivalry up. Like, keep
That's
talking
right,
shit.
yeah.
Because that's gonna make for a good Sonoma.
No, I knew I was probably gonna be picked as the favorite or one of the 2 favorites going into Sonoma, so I knew kind of where I stood, but wanted the oval win more than anything. Just made the right tire call, got cussed out in admin chat because of it. Just one of those things. The fucking 21 hack car just couldn't get off pit road quick enough.
There it is.
There it is. That's fine.
Is there still a bounty on a road course, or is that gone?
No,
No,
because
it's gone.
we both
Toasted.
fucked Coda.
Both fucked Coda up. So
Yeah, old
here we were.
Buttons got Coda. So
I gave him credit too last night. I
old
just
Button.
gave a lot of credit to some other people improving on the road course. Even said, I think Bennett's running some practice laps. I get into the fucking BDE chat afterward, Bennett's like, nah, I fucked off. I'm like, what? I
did.
tried to
Hey,
give you some
I
credit.
did. You did not lie. I ran practice laps. Okay, I plural
Laps,
as well.
Barely
But
plural. Barely
2 is plural. 2 is plural, and I ran 2. Okay, and then I realized that I'd had enough driving for the night. I was kind of mad, and I just wanted to fuck off. I appreciate the shout out though. I don't get a lot of time to get up there anymore.
Oh, shut the fuck up. Fucking Patrick calls you out every week. Anyway.
Patrick
like
runs
your paint
well,
job.
and then something happens. You do.
Yeah.
You run. You're just there. You're in the mix, and then you're looking to strike. And right when you look to strike, something happens in front of you. I don't get it.
It's usually
Talking about
Circuit's
me?
fault.
Yeah.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
always a factor, and you're just. I could literally see you just chilling in the race, setting yourself up, and then some bullshit happens. So I hope
That's
it
how
kind
I
of turns
felt.
around for you.
That's how I felt ever since Dover. Like, Dover was running good. I kind of watched how me and Trevor were picking through the field, and then some Boston Bruins fuck wrecked me. Kansas kind of fucked myself off. Was going to get a top 10 out of it, and a Boston Bruins fan wrecked me. Darlington was going to be pretty quick. Get wrecked by a Boston Bruin fan teammate.
There it is.
He's a Vegas fan right now.
Yeah. Then
I'm gonna be 100%
Charlotte.
with you. We're doing this on purpose.
Yeah,
I'm gonna put it
go
out
to
there.
Charlotte, get wrecked by the Boston Bruin fans teammate again. But yeah. Anyway, back to that.
Oh,
I'm sure
congrats.
the next oval race, I'll be right back on that bullshit. So.
I hope so.
Well,
Now that
next
you're in the
little race is
playoffs, we can,
Nashville, so
Oh, are you gonna be at Nashville?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you'll be at
Yeah,
Nashville.
that's
You
why I
won't be at
said if I was
Chicago.
going to get a 1 race suspension, I'd do it at Nashville. Like, that'd be where I'd get suspended so that I won't be at Chicago anyway, so just serve the suspension that week.
It's the next available race you were at. You are suspended for, sir.
No,
So,
it's the next race. You can't. I mean,
Dude, you
my
could've paid me
availability is indifferent.
You could have paid me $100. I'd have logged on at your rig.
Yeah,
I'm about to
must
say you'll
arrive,
be
but
in my
cannot
rig.
drive.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Hey, update. In Chicago Street, you're gonna see that camera. Me
Mhm.
sitting in the 12 car. Except I'll just be running my ship.
See all those behind him
See
while
all
he's
those.
running the.
Yep.
Patrick will be so fucking confused.
Oh,
Oh, I'm
yeah.
not telling him anything.
You should. No, he
I'm
would
not
just be
telling him anything.
confused as shit.
I'm not telling him anything.
You know, I
I'm
will
just-
say, I feel like if you admit you're gonna wreck somebody and get a suspension, with knowing that you're gonna miss the next race, I feel like that's just how you end up with a 2-race suspension. I feel like that's
But to be fair, it's possible
Love
I
that.
missed 2 races, so it'd be
a
okay.
2-race suspension. It is. There you go, folks. We'll just
You
keep
heard it here
walking
first.
it down
Justin
until you're
suspended
until
for
you
2
say
Can we
races.
shit.
preemptively suspend him now?
3 races. We've decided 3 now. He's missing 2 on purpose.
Is it too soon to make band jokes?
Never.
Never.
Cool.
Absolutely
Careful,
not.
dude. The
never.
admin team might bang you instead of the 2-race suspension.
No, they had a chance to ban me when I intent wrecked Ted in
Uh,
fucking Fontana. Here I am.
yeah.
Still
We
around.
should have just stripped his win last night and seen what had really happened.
I mean,
Hey,
iRacing
speaking of-
tried to.
I was pretty accepting of
Well, you
that.
wouldn't have
I
taken it
knew
like
that
Kevin.
was a possibility.
Hold on.
Speaking
Mirko
of
wants
that,
to say something.
yeah, thank you. So I just want to say that right now, if you go and look at Sim Racer Hub points, Kevin has 2 wins on the season.
Without an actual win.
With 0
I actually won
real
one.
wins.
Yeah,
Is
speaking
Rob
of,
taking
make
away
sure you
today.
update the record book, Nick. I gotta make
Yeah,
sure I'm
make sure
I'm
you get
there.
those.
Kevin, did Rob take
Get
another
that.
possible win away from you at Atlanta Super Speedway? Did he
Oh,
turn
yeah.
you into somebody on the bottom that's just running innocently?
Yeah,
No, that's
it was
not how
totally
they-
Rob's
that's
fault.
not how they
100%
took it
Rob's
away
fault.
from him.
It was Rob's fault, 100%.
He took it away when he went to Kevin's house and hit the black flag clear button.
Mm-hmm.
That's
It was
where,
his
that's
cat. It
how
was
Rob
Chips.
took it away.
Oh, that
I was
Chips
watching
did it,
Chips, and Chips came over and pressed the black flag button and took care of it for him.
Chips is an asshole like that. I wouldn't put it past him.
Yeah.
I like
Kevin,
chips.
Kevin with 2 wins, but not really. I dig
Kevin,
it. All right.
there needs to be
Yeah,
a
it's-
record
it's
in the
a-
record
it's its
books
own
that
story.
says most race wins that don't count.
That don't
Yep.
count.
I'll
Alright,
take
so
an
in-
award
in
for that
this
at this
league,
point.
I'm gonna s-
Kevin
if
literally
somebody-
has more wins that don't count in this league than wins that do. Which
Well,
is
my
fucked
wins
up.
that do is 0. It's a big fat 0. Mostly because
Oh.
Rob has wrecked me like 80 times last season.
Can we make like a
It's all
not
my
top
fault.
10 record?
Yeah, if
We
no
do have
one
a
gets
6th place
butthurt
finish
over it.
record.
Yeah, like Ray takes the cake, right?
You're gonna
Like-
go to fucking Kevin's SRH profile and it shows 2 wins, and they'll be like, "So where'd you win?" Be like, "Well, I had it taken away at Atlanta. Another guy got black flagged here, and I got fucked." That's just how it is.
Yeah, no, that's just how iRacing treats me.
Kevin's the #1 winner in my heart. That's what really matters.
Facts. Yeah.
Well,
So, since I'm not racing,
Why
and
not?
you guys are all the drivers, let's talk about where you guys think you're going to finish in Sonoma and your best chances are. So, Justice, all right, you're already trying for P1. We already got that out of the way.
I hope
Trevor,
you fucking
I'm
wreck
going to
because
guess
you're
the
so
same damn
cocky.
way. Because there's
Yeah.
going to be I feel like it's going to be a very good battle between you and Trevor. And I see a sleeper pick being Caleb Gilbert after Coda.
Caleb or
minus the
Burn
restart. Yeah, Burns on his fucking
buttons.
R1 shifting button.
God
Yeah.
Damn
That's
Burn.
it's definitely a different strategy, but fuck, it works out for him. So, Kevin, how you feeling?
I'm gonna wreck someone probably. Not
Preferably
intentionally.
Burns.
Yeah. Just
Not
not your strong
intentionally.
suit?
It's just, I love Sonoma. I love road coursing, but the groups that we have here, they're just like I always thought I was good at road courses. But the group we have here, I just can't keep up, so I always end up inevitably pushing too hard and hitting something. So, I'm gonna try not to do that tomorrow.
Mhm.
Tomorrow, yeah, that's
Next week. Yeah.
next week.
That's all right.
Oh,
We get it. You already
We're
missed turn one.
recording. Yeah, we're recording
Yeah, well, I
this
already
on
missed
Tuesday.
turn 1. That's it. No, I'll probably, honestly, I do occasionally struggle at top of the hill in turn 2, just with that blind corner, and then it gets loose and really light on the exit there, and that's usually where I tend to push a little too hard, spin her around into the dirt. Luckily, there's runoff there, but I hate to say it, I'm probably predicting the same kind of thing that happened last time.
I'm excited to see turn 6, turn 7, and the carousel. It's gonna be fun to see you guys. How
We're
you
not doing
feeling,
the
Ben?
carousel.
no carousel.
Or the horseshoe at the end.
Yeah.
Bennett, how you feeling?
I feel like shit, dude. I don't see myself finishing anywhere in the top 10. I've never ran Sonoma. I just bought the track.
So those
2
were your
weeks
2 laps
ago.
right there you're talking about.
Yeah, that's it,
I
dude.
feel
I've ran
like
2
shit.
laps. Yep.
At least he's
No,
honest.
honestly, I think I'll do just about like what I do on every other road course. If I can put some time in here, I'll sit somewhere around, hopefully get a top 10. Try
Just
and let
finish.
everybody else wear. Yep, let
That's what you gotta
everybody
do.
else wear their shit down, and then sneak my way into a top 10. That's about how my road courses go. I'm not fast enough to compete with Justice, Trevor, Jeremy, Caleb, all these super fast guys. So most likely, if I can get some time in on practicing, get some laps in, hopefully shooting for somewhere in that top 10.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's not bad. Especially when if you're inexperienced, it's best just to let everybody else use up their shit. Hopefully, wipe out and try to get track position that way. How you feeling, Nick?
Top 10. That's all I want.
Top 10?
All I want.
Top 10?
Stay on track. Top
Fucking
10. That's all I
fucking
want.
steal
Six.
my answer, dude.
He's gonna
Going
get
with
six.
Bennett.
I
Yeah.
didn't steal it because your answer was a lot longer than mine.
Rob, are you looking for some
That's a
redemption here?
plagiarism.
A surprise winner?
I mean, Sonoma's a great racetrack in the United States of America, which is a great
This
country.
motherfucker.
So that's a huge plus for me.
Thanks, Mr. President.
Let's all
Have you
sip
ever
some
have
red
you ever
wine
ran
during the
a
race.
have you ever ran a V8 supercar? Because I feel like it'll kind of help.
I don't know.
That's where I'm struggling.
Is it?
Yeah.
Probably
V8
not then. Yeah. So honestly, Sonoma's a pretty cool racetrack. And now that we got rid of the carousel and we can go to racing like the real, actually good layout of the track, I'm kind of looking forward to it. So I feel like it has a lot more character to it than some others that we race during the year. So, I mean, for me, it's like Coda is an actual road course worthy of being on the schedule. Watkins Glen is really good for stock cars, so it gets a pass. Sonoma is interesting. Everything else can kind of fuck off. But
Like America, Road America. I mean, it's got America in the name.
If they
Yeah.
had it on the schedule,
Yeah, it's kind of
Kevin,
weird.
Yes.
It's kind of weird
Well-
that you would say that, Rob.
say
True.
what?
That not Road America's not worthy.
Well, it's not on
Well,
the schedule.
so
It
to be
was
fair,
last
Road
season, okay?
America is a fantastic racetrack for a lot of cars, and it's just dog shit for stock cars, in my opinion. But
too narrow.
yeah, it's just too narrow, and you have grass on all sides, and so you just end up with Noah Gregson just ruining everything for everybody.
Well,
But
Indiana's wider.
huh?
Indianapolis
my
is
God.
wider.
All right,
Yeah,
and
that it
Kevin,
is.
you're never on the pod again after saying that.
And he's gone.
It's wide.
Fucking ban of the day.
Banhammer.
That track is ass, dude.
With all
It
this,
really
God,
is.
it's so
It really
bad.
is.
But
With-
seriously though,
I think if
the road
turn one
courses.
wasn't the way it was, it'd be good. But go ahead, Rob.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Run it
mean,
backwards.
road courses are something that I ran the 24-hour of Daytona with a lot of the guys that are here in this group. I mean, obviously it's fun, but a big part of that was me wanting to get better at road courses. Learned a lot during that, made some mistakes during that. Sorry. And to some of those in here anyway, Nick. But it's something I'm working on. We're not going to win the race unless these guys do something tragic, but I do expect EXR to be well represented.
So a little extra motivation here, because I know Justice and Trevor, you guys, that's kind of your bread and butter where you guys are going to dial in. I'm going to offer a $25 bounty for the poll if anybody beats you guys on poll.
Ooh.
Just the poll.
Ooh.
I gotta
And
go,
an
guys.
extra
I gotta
20
go practice.
And an extra $25 to the winner if it's not Justice or Trevor.
Ooh,
I don't
buddy.
even need that $50,
But
Ted. That's
if-
very nice of you.
But if Justice or Trevor do end up winning, $50 to one of those.
Oh, okay. All
I'll
right.
put a bounty on it.
Trevor,
All right,
I'll see
well,
you. I'll see you in the infield care center, dude.
Yeah.
No content. You guys cannot wreck each other.
Oh, don't worry.
no.
Don't worry. Oh, some of us will take care of that.
We'll take tires on accident.
And
Fuck
that
off,
goes-
man.
that
No, I'm gonna just permanently uncheck tires.
Oh,
on
so
that
you
motherfucker.
can't be Tony Stewart coming back from 30 feet away, come into the last hairpin and clean out Denny Hamlin?
I mean,
Not
he
many
was
have
already
had-
got the lap before. I mean, that
we
was
have
fair
had
game.
the opportunities to do that to each other and never have. So we do beat the shit out of each other, but
If
not
you
like
guys
that.
are on the straight and door banging, I'm all good with that. And that
See, the
goes
thing
for anybody
is-
else too. If you guys are racing Trevor and Justice and you guys wipe them out, that's null. All right. So
What
we
if
make
it's
it
a-
what if
Same
it's
thing
just
that
an
I said.
accident?
I don't know, Justice. I'm
What
just
if-
really glad that you and Trevor have had the opportunity to do that and never have it be a problem because Trevor and I haven't had that same experience. So
I don't think anybody else has
correct
had
you
that
at a
same
road
experience with
course.
Trevor.
no, I mean not at a road course, but I
Himself.
mean if we're talking
No,
road courses,
Rob's the only
Justice and
one
I can
that's
go back to the
intentionally wrecked
classic.
anybody.
We can go
Not a
back to
road
the
course.
classic anytime.
Yeah.
Rob, as much as you and I talk shit about dooring the fuck out of each other,
Yeah.
we race each other ridiculously hard and clean every time and hardly
Every time.
ever make contact.
Absolutely.
So Rob and I
It's
made
for the
contact
memes.
last night,
Yeah.
and I backed out of it. It's one of those things.
I'm
We
still gonna
did.
wreck you on intentionally one race. So
I'm not
hi,
going
Nick.
to.
Tell her,
I'm,
go
I'm
America.
saying hi to America's daughter.
Yeah, she's back there doing her thing.
Well, let's get on to picking winners and upset winners for Sonoma. Ted, you're the guest, so you get first picks, man.
The good news is
and-
you can't pick
All right,
yourself.
so-
Yeah.
yeah, thank God, because I'm only relevant slightly at Watkins Glen, so be glad I'm not there. All right, if I'm a betting man, Trevor, where'd you finish at Coda?
Not first.
Third, fourth.
Justice,
I fucked up. I
you
took
finished-
tires.
I finished
Second?
third, second. I finished second.
In front of Trevor.
It was
Combination
Aaron,
of things.
Justice, Caleb, and me because I took tires and was an idiot.
He's looking at the roster.
I
I was
Kinda
like, they
thing.
did
Looking at the
freeze, but I
roster.
saw the curve back.
Yeah,
He was
yeah.
running
Justice
fast.
is hot. Justice is hot off a win, but Trevor's probably hungry and pissed about that. So that's a tough call. And it's got to be one of you, and then whoever chooses Caleb, that'll be good too. I want to choose Justice because he's hot off the win, but I'm gonna have to give it to Trevor because it's been a while.
Only been
All
since
right.
Darlington.
That's-
It's only been
that's
2
tough.
races.
Yeah,
Darlington
well, that's
doesn't
fucking
count.
a long time. All right.
Upset winner. Who you got?
So, good.
Who's
No,
your
you.
winner?
Oh, upset winner.
You're the yeah.
All right.
Ted Wreckage.
I'm going.
Oh, wow.
Jeremy Burns.
Oh,
Upset
fuck,
winner?
Damn
That's
it.
an upset winner.
Oh,
He's a
dude.
favorite.
Listen,
He takes
listen.
him off the table.
Listen.
Fuck you, Ted. You're
Burns,
not coming
Burns
back
is
on
good, but Sonoma is very, very technical. So Coda kind of sweeps, but Sonoma with the elevation changes, I think that's Rate and Justice and Trevor's wheelhouse.
Oh,
Hey, can we not pick
true.
an actual
Yeah,
winner if they're
damn.
chosen as an upset winner?
Yeah.
No, you can't
Damn.
pick him at all,
No,
Nick.
he's
No, he's
gone.
fucking done. I mean, you
Okay.
know the rules, dude. This is like week 12. Come on, you know the rules. All right,
I make the rules.
Bye.
Mr. America,
Hey.
Kid Rock, your turn.
Yeah. Go, Don.
Oh no.
I put your picture
Nah,
away.
he's
No,
more of
no,
a Miley
no, no.
Cyrus party in the USA type of guy.
Yes.
Thank you.
Oh,
4th of
God.
July, you'll catch me with a bunch of Miley in the playlist without a doubt.
Fuck yeah.
Please do.
All right, so go ahead.
Ah,
I'm not
gross.
just gonna tell you who's gonna win it. I'm gonna tell you how it's gonna go down. Okay. So your winner is going to be
Take a seat,
Caleb
ladies and gentlemen.
Gilbert.
It's going to take a while.
Yeah, I'll be back.
Caleb Gilbert will win at Sonoma because he practices more than anybody else, and he's just naturally fast to begin with. But it will be in dramatic fashion because he is Caleb Gilbert, meaning he will absolutely fuck qualifying and start somewhere between 5th and 10th and have to drive his way there. It'll take him 3/4 of the race to get there, but he'll get to the front and he'll win. Caleb Gilbert, take it to the bank. It's done.
Do you have a script in front of you?
I do actually. I
It's
wrote
on the
this
inside
up.
of his
Nice.
glasses.
I mean, that's just tough because, like, I had to choose between Justice and Trevor, which Justice is so fucking good at braking. And Trevor, you have very good luck. So Justice has shit luck.
I
And
love
Trevor's
that
very
that's
skilled, so
what
it's
they
tough.
both bring to the table. I love
Yeah.
it. You're killing it, Ted. All right, upset winner, Rob.
Upset
good.
winner. Man, y'all are gonna be left with some tough picks here, I think, because
I swear to God.
I'm not gonna
Don't-
pull a Ted and go with like,
Okay.
you know, a
But
top
they-
tier
yeah.
contender as an upset, like a real upset winner who has a shot, but isn't somebody you would normally pick at the top of the board. I'm going with Jacob Sirkovich to get his first win.
Yeesh.
Oh,
His
just steal yours,
first
Justin.
win
Yeesh.
at Sonoma.
Jacob did win
Ah.
Road America, right? Or was that Parker Johnson?
No,
No, that was
Parker.
Parker.
That was Parker. That was Parker. It was
Jacob-
also
Jacob's
a
only
great
one
pick
there
on the
it is,
board.
me fucking up
but-
something there. I pulled a Trevor and took tires.
Jacob
got
has
beat.
been quick at these places. He makes mistakes that end up taking him out of a running for a win.
Ask
But
other
I mean, you want to
Trevor
talk about
that?
somebody who's capable of getting it done? He could get it done.
All right. Well,
It was very diplomatic answer.
Justice. Who you got?
Oh man. Well,
Oh, he can't
you
take
made
Caleb,
it,
me,
you made
or
it fucking
Burns.
hard on me. Yeah, there it
Ooh.
is. So, no, if I'm gonna take a winner, a guy that surprised me with a qualifying time, at Coda, put himself up front and then almost got taken out immediately. That's gonna be TK's Trevor Keith.
God fucking damn you! That's 2 weeks in a row, you fucker.
So yeah,
Keith
well,
is-
it's like TK. He qualified like fifth at Coda, and I know there was a couple of us that fucked up qualified fourth. So there's a couple of us fucked up qualifying, but yeah, he's gonna give some speed. I think he'll have a shot. Upset winner, man. You already took mine, Rob.
I'm sorry.
Hmm.
I'm glad I got picked second because I mean, if I were down the board, I'm not really sure where I'd go. But
Yeah, if I'm going to take an upset winner, somebody that I think could put together some solid laps and won't have to hit people to move them this week, they'll probably be out of his way because they'll be off the track. That'd be Tay McDonald.
All right. Good picks. Good picks. Great picks. Taste fast everywhere. All right, Trevor.
So I'm gonna go with the other easy choice and take last week's, or I guess yesterday's winner in Justice. Though I think I will absolutely school him around Sonoma. I got to pick somebody.
This is mind games, pretzel in the head, Ricky Bobby style. All right, count on
So-
Junior. This is
I love
got
the
beef.
cockiness today. This
Yeah,
is beautiful. This is nice.
Don't let him get in your head.
we'll take Justice.
Or way past that.
I think the turn
Um,
4 wall is waiting for you, buddy.
I feel like what it is, like if he picks Justice, then it's like he wins. Oh, I'm so great, I won. Justice beats him. Oh, well, you know, I had the right pick. You know,
The
it's
secret
all-
conspiracy theory if either one of us wins it, we're splitting the $50. We just haven't told anybody yet.
It's true. They're
So-
probably already Discord chatting.
I hope both of you
Smart
wreck
boys.
out immediately.
boys.
And then
Upset.
since Justice again has stolen my pick 2 weeks in a fucking row, goddamn hack. I'm gonna go with Grant.
Fuck you.
Grant got a top 5 at Coda. You know,
He did.
He's
Ah,
sneakily
no, we all
quick-
know.
He's sneakily quick at road courses.
Top 5 at Daytona Road.
I will say, I want to see Grant just fucking flip out. He is the nicest kid I've probably ever talked to.
Yeah.
And always on his camera, if something happens, he's like,
Let me just
won't-
tell you,
you won't
if he
see
didn't
it.
flip out on me in Nashville last year when I was all over the place on his garage floor, he's not gonna flip out.
He's
Yeah.
not gonna flip out.
Let's
All right,
see
well,
if
good
I'm-
picks. Good picks. I wouldn't call him an upset winner either, but here we are. Nick.
Yeah, so for my actual winner of this race, we live in the greatest land of them all, the
Somebody server mute this
US
guy
of
before he
A.
says this.
I
She
pledge
fucking
allegiance
touch it.
to Rob. Yeah, Rob. Yeah.
Excuse
Can
me?
you move the flag so we
did he
can?
just freeze or did
Yeah,
you guys
Nick,
I
get
thought he
missed.
did.
We missed
Yeah.
like half of that pledge. but
I
everything
thought
okay.
you muted his
Anyway,
ass.
all right. So anyway, Rob, I'm gonna pick him as the winner because he's the only really liable option left since everyone took the top 7 guys really.
Wow, you're gonna
So-
make friends in the
Call him,
league
did
saying
you
shit
call
like
him
that.
a liable option or a viable?
viable.
option?
Vi-
I mean,
Reliable.
Viable.
He's a
Liable.
fucking
Reliable.
liability.
He's a
It's
viable
carriage,
option.
Sure.
so-
I'm
Like,
from
Nick
I'm
goes
from,
on
I'm from Boston. We have our own
No, we saw
dictionary.
that, dude.
Yeah.
We
Okay.
saw that.
You saw
Yeah.
that?
Game 7 moment all over again.
Hey, Ted.
All right, upset.
Hey, Ted. You don't have to come back. Remember that. Anyway, so
There's other leagues out there.
There is.
So for my upset winner, he's this guy's really good everywhere we go.
Yips.
And I think he's gonna be decently good at Sonoma, but I'm gonna go with Brandon Dunford as my upset winner, just because we've seen him how good he is on the oval. I don't really remember him being at Coda or even doing anything at Coda, so I don't know if he was there or not. But I'm gonna go with Brandon if he shows up.
All right,
Good
Kevin.
pick.
All
Great
right.
picks.
This one is going to piss off Captain America here, because I'm gonna have to go
Oh,
with
man.
Alex Berube.
Oh,
win.
Canada!
Now we mute.
Yeah. Can we remove him from the league next? No. In all
Nick
seriousness,
or Alex.
yes.
Nick.
Alex has been quick,
Yeah.
and he's been quick at road courses. He had the fastest lap that wasn't 40x like Justice was at Road America. Not Road America, Circuit America, Coda. Yeah. He's been quick, but he hasn't been consistent. And being that we have so many people on the thing tonight, really limited on choices. But I think he's got what it takes. If he doesn't win, I think he's pretty much a shoe-in for a nice top 5 finish, if he can keep all 4 wheels on the track. And I know the drill, as far as an upset winner, this one's going to be a little bit of a weird one, because I don't know for sure, but Travis Gilbert might be making a return next week.
All right.
And we've seen him. He's fast at tracks that we don't expect him to be fast at. And I would love to see him be successful at Sonoma.
All right. Well, you're great picks. I guess I'm last. And from
thanks for volunteering to go last every week. It's really convenient.
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
really gonna start doing that.
I'm sorry. I'm just such a great host. I know.
I do have a recommendation for you if you're having trouble picking one.
Oh no, I have two.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Well,
Yep. Do you
okay,
want
go
to
ahead.
start? I'll go
I
first,
was-
and then you can throw your recommendation.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Are either one of them my teammates?
Yes.
Okay.
One of them is your teammate. And it's the 48, and that's my winner that I'm picking. I've only ever seen him win at a road course. He's on this. It's the same thing with how we kind of felt about, or what I said about Justice not winning in a while. Parker has not had a run at a win. I think these road courses play into how what kind of driver he is. I think he's got a really good shot at winning this. As far as my upset winner, did somebody just say something?
I said that was a good pick.
As far as my upset winner, I'm gonna go with Dylan Smoot. He seems fast everywhere. I don't remember how he did on the road course, but I know that he's fast everywhere we go. He's always somewhere. Like, I always have to run. Like, I'm always running around him. I have to get by him to get where I want to be. So maybe he can pull out a win.
He's young with like a couple slip ups, but he's so fast, and I those are two very solid picks.
And he learned was it Long Beach really quick at the end of last season when he was new here, and we went to Long Beach. You could tell when he first pulled out there he had never seen that track before, and by the end of the race he was probably 3rd fastest on the track. And Long Beach is not an easy track, so that's actually a better pick than I would have expected. That's good.
Thank you. I appreciate that. All right. Well, Rob, who's your recommendation? You want to do one?
Well, yeah. So I had an extra pick. I was thinking about what it takes to win at a difficult racetrack like that, and one guy we haven't shouted out is somebody who has an ability to kind of like crowdsource their racing knowledge for the race. And so I'm picking Kynan Jones to win at Sonoma with lessons learned from the YouTube chat. Next week, I think he'll start off a little slow, but once he gets in chat and starts getting suggestions from some of those guys out there, I think he'll be able to dial it in and get it done.
Our own in-race reporter, dude.
Oh, yep. I love it. Oh, that's so awesome.
Anyway,
all right.
But I would like to say a disclaimer. I know there are guys that are skeptical of me being race control just because of on-track stuff, but
Hey, one of those was my teammate.
Yeah, I just want to let you guys know that I am not going to call anything with bias like that. That's childish shit. So I'm going to call.
I understand if you have to black flag Rob all the time. I get it.
Yeah,
And
when he-
let's not forget, we still have a full admin team that's going to be, reviewing everything. So if he does something that we don't like, we do
Yeah.
still have the power to overturn it right then and there.
exactly.
Obviously, we can't remove a penalty after the race, but we'll try to make sure that if he does something, we catch it, we fix it before it becomes a problem, kind of thing. But we wouldn't have put him in this position if we didn't trust him. I'm leaving.
Well, just remember also, maybe Ted, if you fuck up too bad, maybe you won't be leaving on your own terms this time.
That's true. Yeah, that is very
You never
true.
know what the
I won't have to
possibility
leave
is.
Discord. It'll be.
I guess we
unfortunate.
technically did boot our last race control, but
He booted
wouldn't
himself.
call him much of a race control.
He
So
shot him
but-
once.
I'll say this though, when it comes to Ted, on a serious note, Kevin and I have both run with Ted for a while, not just here but in other leagues. We've also both run in a league that Ted administrated himself. And the second that Ted offered to do race control, I knew that it was a huge asset to the league. He can be abrasive in a Justice Murphy kind of way here, there, and wherever, right? When you're racing him on the racetrack. But I wouldn't have anybody else. I'd rather be race control for the league, just simply because, and Kevin can speak to it too. We've been there and we see how he runs a show like that. And when he says there's no bias, there really is no bias.
He means it.
You
He
can go back
hates you
and
all
look.
the same.
I
Hates
want
us all the same. Yeah.
He's
I want
better in
the
race
best for you
control than in
guys,
the
'cause,
car.
like when you're driving, like there's been so many times that I do something. I'm like the Parker Johnson incident. I was for once being patient during a race and just didn't think he was going to make that move. So, but I was wrong. I just when you're driving, it's like, well, fuck, I was running third and I don't understand why I got dumped. Well, then I got with the admins after bitching at John, Parker for no reason through chat. And when they took you through it, it's like, well, as race control, doing that for a while, I should have went. I was just heated just with how things were going. When you're in that seat, because you guys are battling for points, you're heated, and you always think that you can do no wrong, and so you
I
got to
know I can do no wrong.
Yeah.
So is this a public apology to the 48? Right here
I
on
mean,
the
it's a
cast?
public apology to anybody. I've been done wrong. I don't expect apologies. It's racing. So, like, you guys go out here every week. You guys have a good thing going. And just from doing race control with other leagues, just all the experience I have, I want your product to be the best it is. That's why I came back, because I know you guys have a good group of guys. I like Rob. I like Kevin. I've raced with them. I like all of you. I have no
He's
problem
the
with
only
any
one
of
that likes me, if that's the case.
you. But
Ooh, short list for sure.
Well, that and that biggest fan you got down there.
Who's my biggest fan?
His nose.
Oh yeah.
Whoa! Hey,
Son of a-
ain't gonna be
Nose
no
club.
shitting on nose jokes while
Kevin,
I'm
big
fucking
nose
here,
gang,
dude.
dude. I got
Fuck
you.
you,
I got you,
Justice.
Jeff.
It's the only time I'll ever defend Kevin.
Thanks.
But
Well,
yeah,
I'm
I
gonna
just
defend myself out of here, boys.
all right, fella.
Good night, Sleepy Joe.
Yep.
Oh, is
Um,
that, I guess
I
that's
guess
it.
that was
There it is.
that was him saying bye. Cool. Well,
200
Ted, we
letters
kinda-
in the morning from Kevin saying Sleepy Joe. Now here we
What?
go.
What?
Yeah.
Bennett, get us out of here, bud.
Get us
hey,
out
thanks
of here
guys.
quick.
Thanks for coming. We appreciate it. Ted, thanks for being here with us, man.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, super fun. Super glad you're back. And anxious to see what you can do for race control. Hopefully you'll show up and not, leave us hanging like the last one did.
I'm sorry.
And
More duty calls, all that work, man. It sucks. I wish I could be here every week.
that's all right. Well, thanks, man. And this is a good one.
Wait,
Thanks,
I
guys.
had a final thought.
Oh,
I had a
God
final
damn it,
thought.
Nick.
Oh, this is
Well, I
dangerous.
didn't want to talk
It's
over
not the
you.
carriage,
What?
is it? I
It's
swear to God,
not.
if
It's
it's
not the
carriage.
carriage.
I swear to God.
It's not the
Okay.
carriage. I
Okay.
want to ask Ted a question because I've noticed this since he came in. Ted, what kind of dog do you have?
I have a lab and she's a border collie. She's a rescue dog and she's fucking nuts.
And what is her name?
Sadie.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, she's a very good dog. We love her. There she comes right now as I said her name. So
There's,
Hey Bennett, there's a cat in your background.
Yeah, he's fucking here. He comes around. Oh, there he goes.
He knew we were talking about him. He's like, oh shit, they see me.
He's like, camera
You're
like, later.
fucking, and he was like, "That's got to be about me. I'm out of here. Got to get my ass beat."
Yeah.
Chip
But it's
snuck
been
in
a-
a few minutes ago and went to unplug your dehumidifier or whatever the hell that is.
That's a cat feeder right there, buddy.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Dude, if you don't have an automatic cat feeder, what are you really
Yeah,
doing
you're
with your
fucking
life?
up.
I don't
Look,
have a
look,
cat.
I have a
Rob?
final thought now too. It's important.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I pledge
You're
allegiance
completely
to the flag.
unrelated from racing. If you have a cat, or multiple cats especially, you are doing yourself a major disservice if you don't have an automatic cat feeder, because when the cat feeder feeds the cat, instead of you feeding the cat leaves you the fuck alone when it's time to get fed. If you're
That's
tired
exactly
of
it.
cats stepping on your face at 3 o'clock in the morning because they're hungry, get an automatic cat feeder because they'll be stepping on that shit instead.
Do you have
Do you
one
have an
with
Public
fountain?
automatic
service
litter
announcement.
box?
Do you have
Is
the
that our new
fountain fitting
sponsor?
too for the water?
I got
I
asked
have-
3 different questions.
I have the fountain for the water.
Okay.
Yes, there's a
Also,
fountain.
You got the
There's
you got the
a-
fountain thing.
Yep.
There's a,
Okay.
you might be able to see it. Oh, that's not. Wait.
That's an American flag. I don't think that's a
Yeah,
fountain.
you can barely see it.
Roll
You
your
can barely see it.
chair.
It doesn't roll. It's in a sim rig, buddy.
Yes.
Hey,
Let's see.
Do y'all
Yeah.
have the automatic like litter box too?
No,
I
working
don't
on
have
it
that.
actually.
that's way too expensive.
Yeah, it's on my list, but no, not yet.
Yeah, I'm gonna be
Not
honest.
yet.
It's not that bad to get down there and just clean some shit out real quick.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah,
that.
I mean, the thing is, I don't have to do it anyway, so what do I care?
I have to do it.
You hate the cat and you do it. That's impressive. That's
I
good.
love the cap. I hate when
Oh.
he gets in my fucking webcam because then it forces our broadcaster to say dumb shit like black cat magic, and I don't want to be a part of it. Okay,
Jesus.
so that's where that yeah.
All
But
right,
he's a good one. Anyways,
I'm out of here, boys.
yep, I gotta go.
it's time.
Later,
Yep.
boys.
It is
Thanks for
time.
having me on. Appreciate it, guys. Hope to
Yes,
do it
thank
again.
you, Ted.
Thanks, Ted.
Yeah, thanks
Have
for
a good
doing
one,
it.
man.